Mo Ibrahim, a Sudanese-British philanthropist, says this could be the case. He sat down with the BBC's Kiriungi and explained why the fighting should be contained as soon as possible before it spreads beyond Sudan's borders.
It's heading to disaster, I'm afraid. This is civil war raging in the country, and that's something needs to stop. I mean, we don't want another Syria there. The whole region here is very fragile. This neighborhood here is very much troubled. We had a lot of issues, a lot of problems, a lot of killings in Somalia, in Libya, in Ethiopia. I mean, look around us here. And now Sudan is going to flames. That's just not acceptable. If we don't stop this, this is going to spread. So I'm extremely disturbed with what's happening there, and everybody should be disturbed with what's happening there.
Speaking of this region, what impact is this conflict likely to have on Sudan's neighbors?
People need to understand that our borders do not really contain all our ethnic groups. Our people are all over the place, and the fighting there can extend somewhere else. Then refugees. It can be a serious problem. Millions of refugees are going to cross the borders. Who's going to look after this?
What will it take for these two warring generals to end the conflict?
First, they need to understand that there will be consequences. First, it's difficult to get a winner in this kind of war because these are two big armies, and Sudan is a huge country. This fighting can continue for a very long time. If one of them so foolishly that they can have a quick victory and declare himself as emperor of Sudan, this must have been dispelled by now. There's no victory there. And also the international community and the Sudanese people will not forgive those people. They need to understand there are consequences. If they don't stop now, they have blood in their hands, and they will be hunted. They will be hunted for what they have done to the country and the people.
The Mo Ibrahim Foundation champions good governance across the continent, but recently we have seen an increase in the number of military takeovers across different parts of the continent. Do you think this reverses the gains made towards democracy?
Absolutely. It is very sad. We see in the last few years that we have a democracy recession in the continent, and number of issues. I mean, to start with, governance here in Africa cannot separate it from global governance. And we see global governance really is not in a good shape. I'm trying to be polite. It's not in a good shape. A few years ago, we had some strong moral voices in Africa, fathers of Africa.
That's the British Sudanese philanthropist Mo Ibrahim. Well, according to the United Nations, the humanitarian situation in Sudan is reaching breaking point. Since the war broke